Welcome to this year's first episode of the Spartan News. I'm your host, Landon.
And I'm Emma. In this week's episode, we will be covering the upcoming blood drive, the ongoing Spartans Read Forever program, the new esports arena, and much more.
Photo retake day for all students in grade 9 through 12 will be held on a Friday, October 4th from 7 a.m. to 2:35 p.m. in the high school auditorium. You can view and purchase photos online at www.vipis.com. Reach out to Ms. Berman in the athletic office with any questions.
SHS is excited to host a blood drive on September 24th, 2024 in the SHS library from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. In order to donate, students must be 17 years older or 16 with the signed parental consent form. They must also schedule a time slot before the day of the event. Please consider helping as all donations directly support our local communities. Snacks, refreshments, and time will be provided for those who will be attending. If you have any questions, please contact Mr. Anderson in the library.
Our National Honor Society students will be available for tutoring and beginning this week in the cafeteria after school for any students who need it.
Any freshman who turns 15 before October 31st, 2024 can take the 0-hour permit class. Any sophomore may sign up for the 0-hour class, also if needing a permit. Use the link below to register for the class. Please contact Mr. Goff with any questions. Any senior who has been working with their school counselor and plans to graduate early should have their early grad forms turned in for this week. Paperwork to apply for early graduation is due so that interviews can be scheduled by September 15th.
One of our favorite traditions returning for another year at the Powder Puff and Powder Buff Games. Senior boys will face off against the junior boys on September 24th following the varsity volleyball team match, while senior girls will face off against the junior girls on September 25th at 7 immediately following the homecoming parade. Let's pack the stands for both of these events and cheer on our classmates in what is sure to be very fun events.
Up next, we have a look at the esports arena. With the second esports season underway, Landon will interview Ms. Keka to find out more information on the club and how it came to be.
In just a few moments, we're going to be walking up to Miss Keka's classroom, a teacher here for 15 years and head and coach of our esports club. With the start of this year comes the second year of esports at Sycamore High School, and we're bringing you everything you need to know in this interview. I'm here with Miss Keka in the esports arena. What are all these changes to your room?
Well, as you can see, everything's changed in here from no longer having eggshell white walls to now having light purples and dark purples. Our room has really gone through a huge transformation this summer to become our esports arena for Sycamore High School. In this space, as you've seen through some of the footage, we have gaming chairs, we have brand new monitors, PS5s, desktop computers, Nintendo Switches, and just all of the accessories that we need to have a successful year in gaming.
When deciding what changes to make, what was your sort of biggest decision factor here?
Well, that's actually maybe the easiest question that I'll be able to answer today in our interview. The biggest thing that helped me decide were all of the members of the esports team. We have gone to the NIU esports arena, we've looked online, but all of our students who are in esports are gamers to some greater or lesser degree. And so everything that you see in here are things that students have actually asked for and talked with each other about to get the things that really will help us best. And so everything that we purchased, I let them have the final say in so that it was truly their esports arena and not just a space in the school.
With such a new club, how do you figure out what your goals are going to be for the upcoming years?
Well, that's a great question. I think it's just a very fluid process right now for us in terms of goal setting. And the reason for that is that we have students of all ability levels in here who are part of esports. We have students who want to go on to college and play esports. We have students who now maybe want to just be here for a good time and hang out with their friends. And so I think our goals really differ based on that. We are an IHSA approved activity, and that also helps us with our goals. Each year, we compete in regionals to see how our teams are doing. And so everything we're doing is really kind of helping us get to that point if students are interested in the competitive aspect. Otherwise, it's whatever students want it to be. And that's something that we really enjoy here in esports, is that it's for everyone and anybody can do whatever they want in the club.
And with this new space, what allowed you to make all these changes?
Well, that's a great question. So about this time last year, I applied for the Data Center Community Action Grant. You can see our plaques over there. And we were selected by Meta to receive a $40,000 grant to transform this space into whatever we saw fit that would help connect students in the community and online as well. And Meta believed in our plan and proposal so much that they invited us out to accept our grant, and then also are actually planning on coming and seeing the space at some point.
And what does the future of esports here at Sycamore High School look like?
Well, as we're getting started in our club and transforming the space, we are really thinking about where students will be with esports in the future. And the hope is to have students who leave here with stronger connections to other students, building skill sets, and maybe even some future Olympic athletes, since in 2026, esports will be recognized as an Olympic event.
Is there something that you're really excited about that very few people might know?
Yes, one of the things that I'm so excited about is last year at IHSA Regionals, our students saw other schools with professional jerseys. Part of our grant is that we're going to be subsidizing some funds for that so our students can have professional attire when they're playing esports. That includes jerseys, bomber jackets, and also just any kind of merch that they might be interested in that would help them feel like successful players.
We'd like to thank Ms. Keka for taking time to share some information about the esports club. While the fall esports season is already underway, there's still plenty of time to join the team. Meetings will be conducted the first Friday of every month, hosted in room B211.
Thanks, Landon, for giving us this information. And thanks, Ms. Keka, for giving us your time. The next esports meet will take place on October 4th. Make sure to contact Ms. Keka if you have an interest in joining the team.
If you haven't seen the posters around the school, Sycamore High is bringing back the blood drive. For more details, let's head to Phoenix, who got exclusive interview with the man in charge, Mr. Anderson.
The blood drive is back. Last year, Sycamore hosted its first annual blood drive. Hosted by Mr. Anderson and Mr. Swanson, it was a major success. They decided to bring it back so that everybody has the opportunity to benefit their community. With that said, let's go speak to Mr. Anderson about all the details you need to know for this upcoming blood drive.
How much did you have to do with the blood drive last year? Like, how involved were you in the blood drive?
We used to have a blood drive here 10, 12 years ago, maybe even more. Pandemics, certain things led to its end, so we decided to bring it back last year.
And what kind of response do you think the school had for the blood drive? Was it like super successful? Was it super positive?
It was hard for me to gauge because I don't really know what a good blood drive looks like. But according to the company we were working with, we filled all the seats they set out for us. We had 36 donors total. They were very happy with that number. In fact, they want us to host 2 now. So we have 2. Yes, so we have the one that we have in the fall coming up on the 24th of September. Then we'll have another one in the spring. And that will allow us to qualify for a scholarship that we can give to one of our seniors.
That's actually really fun.
Yeah.
Do you know how much the scholarship will be for?
It depends on how many units of blood we move.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
how they tie it. So
So
we're
we
probably looking at $250 to $500.
That's really nice. You said you think like about 36 students participated last year?
36 participated. We had 40 seats open. There were 4 units of blood that I guess didn't work for some reason. But we're looking to hit that number again for this fall blood drive.
Are we looking for maybe any specific number of people to come extra compared to that?
We can take walk-ins. They were pretty good with that last year. But we do want students to schedule online. reserve a time that they'll come into the library. If they're 17 or 18, they don't need any kind of parental form signed. But if they're 16, they will need a parental consent.
So who organized this blood drive again?
Mostly me. Mr. Swanson, it was kind of our idea with a company called Versity. They're out of southern Wisconsin, northern Illinois, so it's a local company. And then all the blood that we donate stays in our local community. So we're talking like Mishawaka Hospital, area hospitals, places like that, which is really important.
Yeah, it's helping out the local communities. We're focusing on keeping our population healthy. So what are a couple of things, why is it important to donate blood?
It's always important to give back to your community. You know, this might not be for everyone, but it's a way for some students to give back. And in this case, there was a huge national shortage last year. Winter and summer usually bring on shortages, so every little bit helps, and I know Sycamore High School can step up and help out as well.
Have you ever given blood before?
I have. I hate giving blood, so I don't do it as much as I should, but I have.
Are there any health benefits to donating blood?
Not that I'm aware of, physically at least. For the donor, I don't think so. But certainly that mental, emotional aspect that you're helping others out is all the feeling you need. We can usually host 2 to 3 to 4 students per hour, so sign up quickly.
And where's it located?
Right here in the library.
Right here in the library, so it's very easy access.
Very easy to get to, yep.
All right, thank you so much for your time. You've been very helpful, and it's really amazing that you're doing all this for the school. It's very impressive.
Well, thank you. We've got an impressive school, so we're hopeful we can give.
Thank you. Have a great day.
All right. Good.
Talking with Mr. Anderson is always such a pleasure. Make sure to go give him a big thank you for everything he's doing to help out our community. And don't forget, mark the date, September 24th. Remember, seniors, if you donate in the blood drive, you have an opportunity to win a possible scholarship at the end of the year. With all that said, let's head back to the desk.
We'll be right back after these short advertisements.
I'll see you next time.
See ya.
Do you have your ID?
Speech is an IHSA sponsored event. It's a wonderful place for you to learn more about your speaking and listening skills, give you many opportunities to grow as a public speaker. And no matter what you're going into, you're going to need to be able to communicate with people. So this is a great place for you to gain some of those skills and become a more confident and more competent public speaker. Our first meeting will be on September 20th in T165 after school. Anyone who has any interest in joining, feel free to stop by, and hope to see you on the team.
This year, we have a new series brought to you by one of our juniors, Holly Schneck's very own show called Holly's Hungry Hunts. Holly and her unofficial co-host, Sam Maxwell, go out into the world to try famous foods from famous places. They give honest and quite hilarious reviews, so when you go to these famous places, you know what to avoid and what is an absolute must-have. Today, the very first episode of Holly's Hungry Hunts, Holly and Sam went on a quest to try foods at the Renaissance Fair. Let's see what they tried.
Welcome to Holly's Hungry Hunts. I'm Holly, and today we're at the Renaissance Fair.
The Renaissance Fair is a themed event that recreates the 16th century atmosphere with costume performers and medieval activities. Popular foods at these fairs include giant turkey legs, meat pies, bread bowls filled with soup and stews, sausages, and sweet treats like funnel cakes and apple dumplings. These foods aim to give visitors a taste of what might have been enjoyed during the Renaissance period. Well, no further ado, let's go explore these tasty treasures at the Bristol Renaissance Fair in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Renaissance Dr. Pepper. It's a very flat Dr. Pepper. Renaissance Fair lemonade. Sour lemonade. They're alright. The potato bacon soup might be really hot.
This is my broccoli cheddar soup bread bowl.
Featuring the camera woman.
Yes. Delicious.
Looks good though.
An ear of corn, which was dunked in butter.
That's how it should be.
Delicious.
Also, before I start, I changed outfits because I'm really, really hot. Anyways, chocolate covered banana. Really good. Alright, that was it. Thank you for watching Holly's Hungry Hunts. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Those bread bowls look delicious, but I couldn't imagine eating soup in the summer heat. But like Holly said, that chocolate-covered banana cools you down quite a bit. So does the frozen cheesecake and the fresh fruit sorbet. Thanks, Holly, for this Magical's first episode of Holly's Hungry Hunts. Can't wait for more to come.
Did you hear that Sci-Fi Club has new advisors this year?
Really? Who's in charge now?
The new advisors this year are Mr. Lang and Miss Christensen. Both are SHS alumni who were both in Sci-Fi Club, and now they're back to support the club this year.
We now head over to an interview with Miss Christensen to talk about her new role in the club this year.
Hey Spartans, I'm Elijah, and I'm here with Annabelle Christensen, the new club advisor for Sci-Fi Club. We're going to ask you some questions, if that's all right?
Yeah, that's all right.
Why should someone go to Sci-Fi if they haven't before?
I always describe it to my friends when I'm trying to convince them to go as like a party for nerds. You just kind of go, you have a good time, you hang out with your friends, play games, watch anime or whatever, just like hang out, have a good time.
How often are these meetings going to be?
Currently they're about once a month. We're trying to work on increasing it to twice a month, but currently we do one every month. The next one is going to be on the 13th, Friday the 13th to be exact, so a little spooky way to start the year off.
How long have you been going to Sci-Fi?
I've been going since my sophomore year, so about 2022, and I was dragged there after work one day, and it was just such a great time that I had to go back every other meeting after that.
Now that you're the club advisor, has your perspective changed on the club?
Not really. I still just want to make it a great place for people to just come and enjoy themselves, kind of get away from the stresses of high school. I'm not trying to like change it a whole lot. I really just want it to be functional, be a fun place to go to, and kind of stay the special place that it's always been for a lot of people.
Are there going to be any major changes to Sci-Fi this year?
We're planning on doing a lot more tournaments and activities, things like that. We want to just make the whole thing more engaging, more entertaining, have more to actually do besides just showing up and having a good time.
How long do you plan to stay in Sci-Fi?
Until they kick me out. No, I mean, I pretty much just want to stay until my run is done, until I can't really make any more positive changes. I'm going to be in college for the next couple of years in the area, so it's not like I have anything else to do.
What are you most excited for in the coming days?
I am excited about all the activities that we're going to be doing for the fundraisers, all of that stuff. We have a lot of good plans, and I'm really, really excited to get started.
Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you for having me.
It seems like Sci-Fi Club is in good hands this year. I'm glad to hear more about it. We'll be back again after this short advertisement.
Welcome to this year's first Spartan Challenge. Claire and Violet faced head-to-head in a game of Gator Golf. Let's see how they did.
I'm Claire Eiffel, and this is
Violet Gerhart.
And today we're doing Gator Golf. Congrats on the win, Violet.
Thank you. Now back to the studio.
Wow, such a good game, and congratulations to Violet for winning.
That's all we have for this week, Spartans. I'm Landon.
And I'm Emma. Have a great week, so go high.